Hello there. So today I want to talk about the show Friends and Trump and nostalgia basically. I think we're living in a time that people are mostly living more in nostalgia than for the future. The idea that Friends reunion became such a hit and they did so much for it, getting the opinions on all the casts and everything, and them making a thing about it. I don't know. It's not like Seinfeld. Seinfeld was a good show. They had a reunion. They did an episode. They were still around the same age. It wasn't that much later. They were able to do it. It was nice. It was okay. Um, it was whatever. It was done on what was his name? Larry David's show, I think it was. Curb Your Enthusiasm. They did a reunion thing. I don't know. It wasn't that big a deal. This seemed to be a major thing. That's the way it appeared to be online. And this Trump thing, living for wanting Trump again. It just seems like we're all just living in the past more. See, the way I see this, and maybe I'm wrong, but this is my understanding of what's going on here. My parents watched shows as a kid. Those shows they watched was like, wow, and they were idolizing them or whatever it is. And then I had shows when I was a kid. I was idolizing, and me and my friends were all idolizing and all that stuff. And then it seems like the next generation doesn't have that. It seems the next generation came in, and now where they had to go because of all the shows that's not that great going on, they're okay, or whatever it is. The stuff that holds up to them more is the stuff from my time and my parents' time. They're missing to be able to move to the future. There's something going on here that's causing this, where they're not able to move forward. They have stuff going on now, but they're not treating it with the same enthusiasm, the same. Um, it's just not as good. It seems that's how it appears to me. That for them, I don't see anything that seems to me as good either. To be honest, it seems cheaper. It seems weaker. It doesn't seem it's as there. There's stuff from then that's and it seems there's a lot of it. It's really it holds up well. It stands the test of time and all that stuff. Where it doesn't seem there's stuff going on after that that's really standing the test of time. That people are like looking at like, wow, this is what a good piece of work. Same thing with music. I see a lot of people. They're going back to Sinatra stuff and the jazz era, and I'm just like, what is going on here? People are like, yes, people are listening to stuff going on. There's still money going on and all that stuff, but it doesn't seem to be holding where to such an extent that it's like their kids would want to have some nostalgia with this to the same extent with these things. It just seems these seem like something greater, and I think it was. And I think the reason for that is we're all living in the past. We're more in the past and looking forward to the future, and we're idolizing it more. And we lost our what's the word? Our footing on how to actually like properly be productive and follow through with doing things in such a way. And it's a real shame because there's so much talent out there. There's now I would argue there's probably more talent now than there was back then. Actors, singers, there's so much more going on talent wise that you'd think we'd be able to get songs and dancing routines and all these things. It's just like I see it. It's phenomenal, but for some reason they don't make stuff that holds up the same way the stuff in the past does, and they're missing something. They're missing how to actually put all the pieces together and do it. And I imagine if they figured that out, how to do it to the same extent, they could create something even greater, something the same way they're going on and idolizing about these people who aren't even as talented as they are. They could have those people do. They could have people today doing that for the next generation, and then so on and so forth. Grow with it, but we're missing this because we lost touch. We lost our footing, as I said. That's what it seems to me. I could be wrong, but this is what it seems to me by appearance of what's going on. Why when the Friends reunion came out, it was such a hit. It was such a big thing. Everyone's like looking at these people that are old already. They're just like they're not the same people. First off, they never were the same people. Those people on the show are characters, and the idea of worshiping these people, idolizing these people who aren't as good. It always blew my mind hearing musicians, for example, who are significantly better than other musicians that they worship, that they idolize, saying, "Oh, those people are the best. I can't hold up to that person." I'm thinking to myself like, I don't see how those people. You've done stuff more complex, more talented than those people, yet you're saying they're the ones that are the greats. I see you as a great. I see you as someone who actually advanced and has done more and produced more and has added to the product, made it greater. So that actually but people are too much living in the past, where it's like we gotta idolize. I think it's part of our nature to serve things. So that's what people are doing, and that's a problem. That I think is hurting our society. And I think this is also goes with Trump. You're probably wondering what's going on with what I'm talking about here. This has nothing to do with what I'm ever usually talking about. I think it's the same idea with Trump, though. I think Trump's like a superstar that people are just idolizing the idea of more. And it's like, it has to be Trump. The same way with these shows. It has to be those shows. It has to be those things. Let's idolize them and all that stuff. Trump, in a way, the way I see it, is just being idolized in such a way that we're not looking to move forward and try doing better from Trump. Whatever Trump was doing, however great you think Trump was, you could definitely add on and do better from it with people, with different people, to have learned from him and advance on it the same way with the musicians. The musicians that I've seen, drummers or whatever it is, they're doing significantly better, it seems to me, from their work. They're doing better work than the people before them. Not that the people before them didn't do phenomenal work. But you can always add on and make greater. You really can. And we should be looking to do that to the future. Stop living in nostalgia. Stop living in the past. You can appreciate nostalgia. Learn from it. But we should be doing better to move forward, not idolizing it so much. We shouldn't even be idolizing any of this, truthfully. I'm very against idolizing any of these things. I think idolizing is just a damaging thing, damning for society in and of itself. And I think that's really what we're all doing. And we're shooting ourselves in the leg here and not doing anything good for us. We have all these people out there so talented, and they can't even produce stuff that people definitely less talented than they ever were producing significantly better. How is it people out there who can sing so much better than the greats out there? We really have people out there today, they sing better than the greats. Yet the work they're producing is just completely disgusting in comparison. It's awful. I've seen it. I'm not going to give any examples here. I'm not interested in bashing particular people, but this is how it appears to me. This is what I see. Agree or disagree. I think it's important we move away from nostalgia, living in the past, move to the future, learn from the past, move on. Anyhow, that's all I got for that. All the best, and thanks for watching.